However, the original webhead. Hey, what's going on, voters? It's your webhead, Bo Weber, the original webhead. Trump is trumping the polls, but might have some competition with Deez nuts. Deez nuts is a faceless 15-year-old who has over 9% of the vote right now. That's a lot of the vote. That's only 1 out of 10 people supporting Deez nuts for president. It's unprecedented that we have a president who's only 15. It's hard to swallow. Deez nuts is underage. Deez nuts might have some shrinkage in the winter months, but voters have observed there might be some potential growth. I mean, I'm not sure if the growth on Deez nuts is really like a big deal. We're going to have to keep monitoring and continue with continuous checkups. Either way, Deez nuts are on everyone's mouths. From journalists and politicians.
Deez nuts.
Deez nuts. Deez nuts.
Deez nuts. Ha! Got him!
Deez nuts. Deez nuts.
You heard about candidate Deez nuts?
Yes, independent candidate Deez nuts. He's polling at 9%.
Deez nuts might be our savior.
That's it.
Everybody is saying hello to Deez nuts because Deez nuts is all over everybody's face. Books that lifts and cradles Deez nuts just right. I hope Donald Trump gets on Deez nuts and selects him to be his vice president. A split ticket of Donald Trump and Deez nuts would win in 2016. Trump's experience with nuts mixed well, and in 2016, Trump nuts would win. Trump nuts 2016. But the trumpet has got a trump card of his own.
I'm really rich.
Trump is part of the 1% of the 1%. Like, the 99% doesn't deserve to get all the representation. Being rich is the American dream. Let's help the rich live their dream and keep, the real American dream alive.
The American dream is dead. Period. Cut.
The wall of Trump is purely economic. It will cost $20 billion to make, but on that same note, it's also going to bring back all the law-mowing gerbs the 99% desperately need. Not to mention, this wall helps us focus on having less illegal rapists and focus on having more legal rapists. Haters are saying this wall is going to be expensive, and it will be. Except for the fact that he's going to make Mexico pick up the bill.
I will build the wall and Mexico is going to pay for it, and they'll be happy to pay for it.
Which makes complete sense, because more Americans legally flee in Mexico than Mexicans legally flee in America. Americans are just taking more jobs away from Mexicans than Mexicans are taking from Americans, so I guess it's ultimately more beneficial for the both of us. So of course Mexico will pay for it. It'll be great for tourism between our countries, just like Ann Coulter says here.
I love the idea of the Great Wall of Trump. I want to have a 2-drink minimum. Make it a big worldwide tourist attraction and everyday live drone shows whenever anyone tries to cross the border.
Drone shows where immigrants are getting shot at are awesome. They're great, and they'll bring our countries together. Before you can build a bridge, you have to build a wall. Walls are necessary for countries to come together. Certain countries, like China and the Mongols, they were brought together because of a wall. The Berlin Wall got torn down, and now Germany sucks. Pink Floyd's wall, and does anybody even remember the walls of Jericho? It can work for America too. Walls always work and build our international economy. Walls are always a good deal. But the wall of Trump isn't enough, okay? We need a wall of Canada, we need a wall of the Atlantis, we need a wall of the Pacific, we need a wall of Texaco, okay? Texaco, the Republic of Texaco, will probably pay for all this. Building walls ultimately makes us safer. We're more happy whenever we have walls. We're so much better whenever we have walls. Walls ultimately make us so that we have houses, we have, roofs, we have everything that we need to have. Ultimately at the end of the day, walls are what are going to bring us together. But, even if we think they might divide us, at the end of the day, walls are what really bring us together. Building walls between nations builds bonds, lasting bonds, savings bonds, bonds that will help save our relationships. Barriers are kind of like bridges. This whole Trump nuts presidency is kind of another barrier and a bridge. It's kind of a bridge between the young and the old, the rich and the poor, the unprivileged and the privileged, the entitled and the untitled, the famous and the infamous, and the faithful and the faithless. So if you don't support Trump nuts, you can suck on Deez nuts. Hey voters, this has been Bo Weber, the original webhead. Vote early and vote often, and also don't forget to support the wall. Write on my wall and listen to the wall for a rockin' webbing good time. Be sure to like my Facebook wall and my YouTube webheads. Tune into my town hall meetings. See you soon, webheads. Trump Nuts 2016. So about 40 million anonymous users on the website AshleyMadison.com had their private identities leaked online. Ashley Madison is some sort of mistress girl who supposedly had sex with millions of married men and women. All the while, she had a husband of her own. I don't know who this Ashley chick is, but she sounds like a real slut. People have been peeing in the pool too much, and rivers, across the entire country. From the Colorado to the Mississippi to the Grand Canyon. People are pissing all over the place. I recently investigated the pissing problem on an expedition with a crew of hippies. And a professional piss environmental expert, or whiz-whiz. A person who was a whiz on whizzing.